So yeah, this one's kind of embarrassing. This is embarrassing from the Indiana Fever. And the Indiana Fever have done a lot, and I mean a lot of embarrassing things. They have done a lot of embarrassing things. This is up there with them. This is right up there with the most, I have to admit, right up there with the most embarrassing things the Indiana Fever have done. So if you guys don't know, this right here, let's take a read. It's different now. You see it in the way we play. You feel it in how we rise. Because this team doesn't break. This team doesn't quit. And our people don't wait for permission to show up big. Resilience isn't a buzzword here. It's a reflex. The refusal to fold. And our fans, they're not a backdrop. They're a force. They show up early. They show up loud. They show up everywhere. This isn't a moment. It's a pattern. A team that refuses to be ordinary. A fan base that refuses to shrink. And a state that does things its own way. So if you're noticing us, here's the truth. What you're seeing isn't a phase. We're not going away. What in the chat GPT is this? What in the chat GPT is this, lads? I'm going to be honest here. This is the most chat GPT. And not only is this chat GPT, this is reckless chat GPT. This is the type of chat GPT that will get you kicked off a college course. This is the type of chat GPT that will get you a 0. Because they were too lazy. Not only do they not have any idea how ChatGPT works, which is clear. They have no idea how ChatGPT works. Because if you guys don't know, when you just type in a prompt for ChatGPT to write anything, there are two things that are dead giveaways. One, they say it wasn't a blank, it was a blank. For some reason, ChatGPT loves that. And M dashes everywhere. You didn't even delete the M dashes. You were too lazy to delete the M dashes. You couldn't even delete the M dashes. And that's embarrassing. From the Fever's perspective, that is embarrassing. They couldn't even just go and say, okay, we will delete the freaking M dashes. The M dashes stayed. So let's take a look at the replies. How did you include this many M dashes and expect no one to know? It's nearly ratioed. I guess I hope in season 3 with Caitlin there will be a more sophisticated professional marketing approach with the Fever. Caitlin brings millions of dollars to this team. Certainly you have the money for a more polished campaign. Look, I'm going to be real here. It can't cost that much money to get somebody to type in prompts to ChatGPT that knows how to work ChatGPT. I mean this. Get any university student. Because you better believe every single university student in the world, anyone, all they have to do is, if they have gotten a college degree in anything between the years of 2024 and 2023 and 2025, hire them. Why? Because they know how to use ChatGPT without getting caught for using ChatGPT. This will get you a 0. This will get you kicked out of college for the use of AI. Because you haven't even gotten rid of the effing M dashes. As someone who was great at college papers, as someone who's a freaking qualified teacher, I would give you a 0 for this. Because you made it obvious. If you're going to use AI, don't make it obvious. Not only that, like this is coming off 24 hours after getting a picture of Aaliyah Boston and typing a prompt and recreate this image with Caitlin Clark instead of Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark has Aaliyah Boston's hand. Like, look at these comments. But you guys take care of going groups around with good players, yada yada. Please hire a marketing person, all that revenue generated. It's all going to that training facility. This was obviously creating ChatGPT, which you pretend like people didn't notice. Fans are ticked off. This has nothing to do with the front office. And by the way, like I don't love the front office. I think the front office, like this is a hard way of describing it. They are good at one part of their job. They are very good when it comes to connections and bringing in players you previously worked with. They're all seemingly likable. Everyone likes the front office. So they're very players first front office. That's not going to win you a championship. Connections don't win you a championship. signing Emma Chekova to a 4-year minimum contract for her to eventually be starting with Aaliyah Boston, who's probably going to start for the Lynx on a 4-year minimum of 21 years old. That's how you win a championship. But there are aspects of things the front office are really good at. The organization is poverty, as in the behind the scenes. Everything behind the scenes is poverty. Like poverty is like it is. Like everyone jokes being like, oh yeah, the Chicago Sky, you know, they're the worst organization in the WNBA. It's like, before Caitlin Clark got there, it was the Indiana Fever. They played in a fucking barn. Like Kelsey Mitchell played in a barn for a not insignificant amount of her career. She played in a barn. Like, that's the way we're talking about things. She played in a literal barn. And it's just not it's just not good at all looking at this situation when it comes to the Indiana Fever. And I understand in a vacuum this means nothing. And that's very true. In a vacuum, it means absolutely nothing that the freaking team uses ChatGPT. It's just all the little things. And it's like, it's just a lack of care. And it's one of these things where it's like, could you imagine like if serious organizations did this? Like, this is the type of thing you expect from a Chicago Sky. And the Sky wouldn't even do this. This is what you expect from any sort of poverty organizations. But the unfortunate thing is that the Indiana Fever had everything. And the worst part is that a fan base that refused to shrink, by every metric, the Indiana Fever fan base is shrinking. The Caitlin Clark fan base is shrinking. I'm not saying the boom is over. I'm not saying she doesn't have fans. I'm saying the boom is over. As in, nothing else happened in the summer of 2024 in American sports. Everything. Caitlin Clark was the story in American sports. Even a year ago, the story kind of carried on. Caitlin goes and gets injured. Like, we're this close to, if you guys don't know, the way things are in the media, where it's like, the media love you, and if you don't win a ring up to a certain point, they will turn on you no matter how good you are as a player. And I don't know if the Indiana Fever win a ring. I don't know if she ever wins a ring with the Indiana Fever, to be honest. But like, they will, like, there were within 2 years from the general media turning on Caitlin Clark. They have people saying, oh, they have yet. No. There's a big difference between lying on Caitlin Clark and trying to diminish her, which is obvious, and the narrative changing to like the real narrative, not the bullshit narrative that she never won a college natty. The narrative that, like, you know what, she's 27 years old. You have to at least be going for a title. And I don't know with this front office if that's going to happen. Like, Caitlin and Leah could be the two best players in the world. I'm not sure they could win a title. But it's just everything about this organization is poverty. I'll see you guys.